All right, y'all, welcome to another nightly what's for dinner. So I have everything laid out on the counter, and on the menu tonight it is quesadillas. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, y'all, so I am going to go ahead and cut up a little bit of onions, because I'm just going to have and I'm using a mixture of ground beef and ground pork. So I am going to go ahead and cut up these onions kind of a little fine. And I'm going to put them in the frying pan and let them cook probably for about 2 to 3 minutes, just until they start getting translucent. And then I'm going to add the beef and also the pork. So yeah, let's go ahead and add this in. So yeah, let me turn you guys around. So yeah, I'm going to cook this. I put a little bit of oil, probably about a tablespoon. Oh gosh, y'all, this starts smelling fragrant already as soon as it hits the frying pan. So I'm going to let this cook, like I said, probably for anywhere from 2 to 3 minutes, to just let it start turning a little bit translucent and getting a little bit soft. I will be back. Alright, so I have added the ground beef and also the ground pork. So I am going to let this go ahead and cook down some. Once it cooks down a little bit, I'll go ahead and add my seasonings in. Alright, so I'm adding pepper. I am adding salt. Garlic powder. And then I am going to add in some onion powder. And like I said, go ahead and let this cook on down. Alright, so the meat is coming along. I'm about to go ahead and build one of the tortillas, quesadillas. I put a little bit of cheese in here. So yeah, let's get over here and start building these quesadillas. Alright, y'all, so I'm going to go ahead and put a tortilla in, move it around a little bit, because you got to work kind of fast. I have a little bit of oil in here and butter. So I'm going to put some meat. I thought these tortilla shells was a little bigger than this, but I did an Instacart order, so got to work with what I have. So now I am going to put a little bit of cheese on one side, or put it on the meat. And then I'm going to get this side and just turn it over. And I'm just going to push it down like that. And you just want to cook it till the consistency or the color that you like. Which it should not take that long. Got some little meat and cheese out of there. So let's peek. Flip it over. See, that's kind of the color that I like them, y'all. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make the rest of these off camera, and when I come back I will show you my plate. Alright, so let me go ahead and cut these, if they're cut, y'all. Alright, there's one. Uh-oh. So that is what they're looking like so far. Hey y'all, welcome to another What's for Dinner. So on the menu tonight, I'm just making fried chicken with a thing of creamy 4-cheese rice-a-roni, and some sweet peas. And I have my seasonings, which y'all know: salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder. So I'm going to get my flour together, and I'm just going to season the flour. So let's get started on tonight's dinner. Alright y'all, so I have my oil heating right here, and if you hear anything, that is my grandbaby in the background playing. I have the flour right here that's already seasoned, so I'm just going to go ahead and stick some of the chicken in. And go ahead, I need to put a little more pepper in here. A little more pepper and a little more salt. So yeah, let me get my tongs. And yeah, I'm just gonna take some of this chicken and I'm just gonna stick it in the bag right here. Probably could stick about 4 in there. So like I said, I've already rinsed my chicken. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead, coat that chicken. And let me grab a spoon real quick. And go ahead and put a little bit of flour. And that way I'll test it, see how hot it is. Once the grease heats up, I'll be back and show you the next step. Alright, so the grease has heated up. So I am going to take some of the chicken and just stick it in the frying pan. You don't want to overcrowd the frying pan as far as taking the heat down. We're just going to move it. I'm just going to do 4 at a time. And then I will put the remaining chicken in. But I'll put 3 because it's 5 left. What you doing, little one? Alright, so while that chicken is cooking, I'm just going to go ahead and cover it, y'all. Go ahead and cover it, let it finish cooking. Wipe down this stove a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and get the rice started. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and turn the front burner on to get this pot to heating up. So I can go ahead and get the rice-a-roni on. Where are you doing? Huh? So let me get some butter. Chicken is over there cooking. Trying to get this butter out. And this is the rice-a-roni that I'm using. The rice-a-roni creamy 4 cheese. Is it focusing for y'all? Hopefully. So yeah. Let me let this heat up, get some butter in, melting, and I'll be back. And I'm just going to open up these sweet peas. It doesn't want to focus. There it is. Open up these sweet peas and go ahead and put them in a bowl and put them in the microwave to warm up. Once again, this is the rice that I'm using, the rice-a-roni creamy 4 cheese. So I'm going to cook this rice down to the consistency, well, not the consistency, but the color that I want. I want it to be like a golden brown color. So that's probably going to take about, I want to say 2 to 3 minutes for it to reach the desired color that I want. Then I'm going to add the seasoning packet and also 2 1/4 cups of water. So I have the chicken over here. It's coming along great. I let it cook anywhere from 5 to 7 minutes on each side until I get the color that I want, and I check it. So I'm going to go ahead and flip it. Yep, go ahead and flip it. And if y'all follow me, y'all know I like to have my chicken. Forget that sound in the background, y'all, because that's my grandbaby opening and closing my cabinet door. But I like to finish cooking my chicken off in the oven. So I start it on the stove and then I finish it in the oven. This is getting to the color that I want, but you still have to keep an eye on it because you don't want it to burn. So as you can see, it's kind of getting that pecan, that golden brown color. So I'm just going to let it cook probably for about another minute or so. And then I'll go ahead and add the water and the seasoning. Y'all, guess what? I kind of burnt my rice. Running behind my grandson. It's kind of salvageable, but no. So we're going to start over, and we are going to use this yellow rice. This Mahatma seasoned yellow rice. Alright, y'all. So I got another pot of water on. Let me put a little bit of oil in here, because this yellow rice calls for oil. I guess you could use butter too if you don't have oil. So I'm going to let that come up to a boil, and we're going to go and check this chicken over here. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to take this first batch out and put it in the oven. While I put the second batch in, this is the way I love for my chicken to look. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in the oven and go ahead and put the second batch in. Most people use utensils. I love using my hands. I mean, you wash your hands afterwards anyway, so like, come on. So I'm going to let those three go ahead and do what they do. And yeah, I'll be back. And I need to clean up this flour that I've made a mess with. Alright, so the water is boiling. Let's go ahead and put this rice in. We are going to give that a good stir. And then we're just going to put the lid on, turn it down to simmer, and let that simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes. Rice is coming along great. And so is the chicken. So there is the sweet peas in a bowl, and I just have some salt, pepper, and some butter, and I'm going to put this in the microwave for about 2 to 3 minutes until the butter is melted. Welcome to another What's for Dinner. So as you can tell, I have everything laid out, and can you guess what I'm cooking? Yeah, I am making meatloaf for dinner tonight, along with corn on the cob and baked potatoes. So I'm going to use this seasoning packet right here, which is this meatloaf seasoning packet that I got from Kroger's. So it has all the seasonings in it that I normally use. So I'm not going to really add anything else to it. I forgot to lay out my milk and my egg. I don't have any breadcrumbs, so I won't be putting any breadcrumbs in. But yeah, this is everything. I got to wash off the potatoes and take the husk off the corn. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead first and heat up or saute the bell peppers and onion. So let's go ahead and get that softened just a little bit. And I am just going to go ahead and add a little bit of pepper and salt to this. So I'm going to let that do its thing while I go ahead and mix up the ground beef. So I'm going to go ahead and mix up the ground beef. I don't have any gloves, But y'all know I like touching my food anyway, so I am using this that I got from Kroger. This is 1 pound and it's a 73% lean, 27% fat. And I got my oven preheating to 400. So I'm just going to crack this egg. Probably should have used 2 eggs. And go ahead and put this little bit of milk in. And let me get my spray. Let me spray my pan real quick. Like I said, I'm letting that onion and bell pepper saute a little bit. So let me go ahead and add this seasoning. Oh, y'all, that smells good. That's the seasoning once again that I'm using. Let me go ahead and add a little bit of ketchup. I just want the pepper to get, the onions and the peppers to get just a little bit soft. And let me add just a dab or 2 of Worcestershire sauce. That gives it that, what is that taste? But it's a good taste. So that's the onion and pepper mixture. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that in. And since that just came out of the stove, I'm not going to put my hand in. I'm going to use this spoon for right now to get it mixed all up. Then I'll go in with my hand in a minute. Because I want to make sure everything gets mixed in together. Alright, I think I can handle it now. Yeah. I like to go in. I don't want to overmix it. You don't want to overmix it, guys. Just want to get in there and make sure that everything is combined. And you know, each time I make meatloaf, I always make it different. That's why I tell you guys I never measure. It's like each time I make it a different way. So this is my loaf pan that I'm going to be using. And what I do is I just put that in there. And then I just shape it out. I'm going to put this on a cookie sheet. And I'm going to let this bake for probably 2 hours, and around the hour and 30-minute mark, hour and 45-minute mark, I'll take it out and put the tomato sauce on top and let it continue cooking. Alright, y'all, so I have washed the potatoes off, and I'm just going to put them right here, and then I'm just going to spray them. Turn them over and spray them, and I'm just going to poke them with the knife and wrap them up in the aluminum foil so they don't bust. And probably within the last hour of the meatloaf cooking, I'll throw these in the oven. But they're already pre-done. Not pre-done, but whatever I'm trying to say. The prep will already be completed for these. So yeah, I just wrap them up in aluminum foil like that. I'm going to put them on a baking sheet. And yeah, stick them in the oven. Like I said, my oven is preheated to 400. And yeah, they'll already be ready to go in the oven. And next, I'm going to go ahead and shuck this corn, cut it in half, and I'm going to put this on the stove and let these boil. Because I don't know if I'm going to cut them in half because I don't know if everybody's going to eat corn or not. But we'll see. So yeah, I just take it off like that. If I was grilling, I would leave the shuck on, but I'm not grilling them. So yeah, I'm going to put them right there. And yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this off camera, y'all. And I will be back later on and show you how everything is progressing. Alright, so this is what the meatloaf is looking like, and this is the corn so far. Got the potatoes in the oven.